Hi.
How you feeling, Dave?
Great. We're going to Africa.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
It's your first night in Kenya.
I know, it's so exciting. We finally made it to all of our adventures in Egypt.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I need to zoom out. Hold up.
I just figured out what day it is.
And what day is that?
Sunday, July 6th, 2008.
The 5th was a long day.
It's all kind of mushed into one. And so I'm like, what day is it? I don't know. I'm trying to write in my journal and I don't know what day it is.
That's funny. How are you?
Good.
Good? Excited to be in Kenya?
Oh yeah. Getting ready to do devos.
Nice.
And then sleep some more.
Yeah. And more sleep.
Yeah.
Alright, Shana.
You're really up in my face.
What's your favorite
What's going through your mind? I know. Almost at the orphanage.
I know, I'm pretty excited. Because last time I was right here in the spot, I thought I wasn't going to come back for a while. Here we are, getting honked at.
I think it's all over that.
This road is very bumpy.
Such a beautiful.
That's right. I was so excited to get back to that orphanage and to see all those kids again. It was amazing. And then to watch my friends fall in love with them. That was way cool.
Thoughts?
This is awesome. It's off.
Why?
Because these kids are just so, like, smiley, energetic. I like them. Okay, we're on the Matatu back to our house, and we just went to the orphanage in Nairobi. The kids were awesome. They were so much fun, and they just cling to you, you know? You just have like one best friend. It was really fun.
Emily, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
How's the Matatu treating you?
We saw how far the kids walk to get to high school. But I sort of said that with the condition of the roads here in Kenya, I think I might rather walk.
Are they bumpy? Is that what they're
Yeah.
Alright, this is the nursery classroom at the orphanage, and it needs some major help. And so our project on this trip was to install flooring and then to put up better walls so that it wouldn't just be stone and dirt anymore. And so to do that, we had to take these big, huge rocks and then hammer them to make them these little small rocks, because that's the first layer of the floor. So we took the big rocks, hauled them into the classroom, and then we started hammering away at them. And this went on for a couple days. It takes a while. It was very tiring.
Alright, this is our third day and we're headed to the orphanage. The first day we were just kind of playing with the kids, and then yesterday we worked on the flooring, and that's what we'll be doing again today. These are the rural roads in Kenya, which is a little bit bumpier. A little bit.
Love these roads.
Hi.
How's the tattoo, Lindsay?
It's great. It's like a roller coaster.
So first we had to help move in a bunch of these rocks and then begin breaking them up.
And they were massive, right?
And they were massive, and it was really hard work, and I have lots of pictures to show for it. The guys are much better at this, especially
Simon.
Paul and Simon. Yeah, they definitely know what they're doing. Because there were definitely huge rocks in here when we came in this morning, and we haven't even been here an hour yet, and they've like done a ton of work. So,
when we were finally done hammering the rocks, then we got to add the second layer, which was mixing the cement to make concrete. And so to do that, we had to measure out these rocks, then add water, which ended up being a problem because we ran out of water and had to go get it from another place, and it was kind of a nightmare. We had to sift the sand by hand, and then measure that out, and then add the cement, and then mix it on the ground, and then put it in the wheelbarrows, and then eventually take it on the wheelbarrows, up the ramp, into the classroom, where the fundi, or we would call him a mason, would level it all out, so it'd be nice and smooth, and eventually, after a couple days, it looked like this. Then they decided to brick in some of the walls, and then they started doing plastering the walls. And to plaster the walls, you have to literally use a trowel or a putty knife or whatever and throw it at the wall. So after all the throwing and chucking things at the wall, it finally turned out to look like this. How cool is that? Now, the next part is to turn the floor, use red oxide and make it flat, red, and smooth, which happened later on in the week. But yeah, this is what we did, and we were pretty excited about it.
and jumpforjoel did it.
Of course, we weren't all work. We did take many breaks and play with the kids, which we really enjoyed. And here we're playing a game called Patty, Patty, Patty on My Shoulder. And we also had a chance to look at all the other jumpforjoel projects that we've been doing throughout the year. Like here's the cho, which is their outhouse, and this is what we built last fall. And so it was cool to see it. We'd seen pictures, but to see it in person is different. And then here's the cooker, which we had bought for Christmas for them. And that was just awesome to see that. That was pretty expensive, and so we were excited to see it in use, and they love it. And here's roofing that we also helped, and those are just some of the projects. And we also taught them some new worship songs and some music to sing. Kenyans love music and love dancing, so they were really excited about this.
How can it be?
There are so many things to celebrate about this trip. Our team had a great time, and the kids loved having us there. This trip would not have been possible without the help of our supporters, especially those supporters in St. Elmo, Beecher City, and Springfield. And so a big thanks to all of them and to all of you who have helped along the way to get us to Kenya and to help us keep loving these kids. Thank you so much.